Today's show we're talking about IPAs, one of the stronger beers in our craft beer scene. And my guest today is Rob Shortley, and we are drinking DC Brau's On the Wings of Armageddon. Welcome, Rob.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Tell us a little bit about the beer today.
Sure. The IPA is actually a very traditional style of beer. When the British were crossing the ocean to India, they were finding that their beer was spoiling. So they decided to brew a beer that was really strong, had a lot of hops, and that's where you get the India Pale Ale from. On the Wings of Armageddon is a double IPA, or Imperial IPA. It is 9.2% alcohol by volume, and it is brewed exclusively with Falconer's Flight hops. There was this brewer, his name was Gary Falconer, he unfortunately passed. And Hop Union, which is one of the major providers of hops, put together this blend of hops called Falconer's Flight. And as you'll smell, it's just got intense mango, tropical scents. It's a great
smell.
Yeah. But this is a DC Brau limited release, and it's actually about to become the fourth canned beer by DC Brau.
Tell us a little more about DC Brau.
DC Brau is the first production brewery in Washington, D.C. since 1956. I work for them. Little plug. And it was started by two great friends of mine, Jeff Hancock and Brandon Skull. And they're just cranking out great beers. Now that said, they are not a brew pub. They're a production brewery. They produce cans and kegs of beer.
What's the difference between a brew pub and brewery?
Brew pub, they often, like the brewery is a little side venture, and then they'll also have a restaurant attached to it. Brew pub, or a brewery just makes beer and that's it.
Right. Okay. And you brought a couple of other beers to talk about as well?
Yeah, absolutely. We've also got New Belgium's Ranger. Now, this beer, it was actually, I'm not a huge fan of it, but it is a great gateway IPA. If you've never tried an IPA before and you want to become familiar with the style, New Belgium Ranger is available in a lot of places. It's now available all over the East Coast, which it wasn't before.
One thing about pale ales is the IBU, which is the International Bitterness Units, right? Mm-hmm. So the higher the number, that's going to be more bitter on your palate, correct?
Absolutely.
Where do you think this one is in the range of IBUs?
Probably says on the can somewhere. It doesn't. This I would say is probably in the lower range for IPAs, which is one thing that makes it very accessible.
Okay.
Whereas On the Wings of Armageddon is way up there.
Okay. And then the next one?
Also got Weyerbacher's Double Simcoe IPA. It's a great beer. It's been around for a while. Simcoe is another boutique hop, and it's actually the beer that got me into IPAs.
Oh, great. Okay, and Weyerbacher is local to us, east in Pennsylvania.
Yes.
All right. Well, great. Thank you so much for sharing.
Great.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hope you enjoyed the show. For more information on Beerhead, please visit us online at meetup.com. Search Beerhead. Thanks.